Hey guys, April here, popping in with another weekly website win. And today we are going to talk about 5 places you should have a call to action button on your website. There are a ton of places I like to put calls to action. I like to maybe overdo it, but there are 5 really key places you want to make sure you have these call to action buttons. So I'm going to walk you through a few examples of this, show you where to put them, and hopefully you can go ahead, add those buttons, and start turning visitors into customers. So let's go ahead and move my face. Okay, we are going to start with bottom line bookkeeping. She has, as you can see, 3 calls to action when you first get there. And if you want to know more about the 2 types of calls to action, the 2 types of buttons I recommend having on your website, check that video out. That will be in the description below this video. So the first main call to action. We are going to be talking about direct calls to action today, which are the ones that lead your client to do the exact thing you want them to do, which is work with you, sign up for your course or coaching program, or buy a product. These are the main direct calls to action. So first one is in the menu. I love putting these in the menu because you have all this information here, but gosh, right there, your eye goes right to it. And I love to make sure it pops with its color and everything. It's good contrast, and make sure it is very direct, not passive language. We don't want to learn more here. We want a get started, work with me, get your quote, something like that. It needs to be very direct. So right here is a great number 1, your menu. Number 2, your header image. So I talked about optimizing your header in my last video. I'll link that as well. But right here, you have your get started button right here. And she does a great job here keeping that very clean, but you also know you can get started right there. So right to start, we have get started, and you can see bookkeeping, taxes, payroll, and you can get started getting those services right away. Another great example of this is We Are Your Home Pro Advantage. So, not everyone has a form to fill out or something like that. A lot of my local clients, they just want you to call, and that's fine. So we have call for a quote, and this one takes you to their contact page where you can get all of this. But we've already told them you need to call for a quote. So right here, they have the phone number. They want to visit, they want to email. Those are all available as well, but they know they need to call for a quote. We've let them know. Number 3, also want that to be, you want a call to action at the bottom of your pages. So I usually reserve an entire section for this. So Tax Savvy Jessica, one of my favorite clients, if you go all the way to the bottom of her homepage, you can see her Let's Work Together. This is her call to action section. We have a whole section devoted to a call to action. So once you've scrolled through her page, you've learned all about her and her services, and you're starting to think, I'm ready to work with her, she invites you to start here. You don't want someone to get to the bottom of your page and be like, well, I guess that's it, and move on. No, you want them to know, where do I go next? You start right here. Another great example of this, let's go back to bottom line bookkeeping. She has another great one as well. Ready to improve your bottom line? Interested in working with us? Click the link below to get access to our fit and pricing guide. So she uses a transitional call to action. Again, you can learn more about that in my call to action button video. But we let them know the first thing they're going to do, they're going to get that guide. They are going to learn more about if she is the right fit and if the pricing fits in their budget needs. And so she funnels them. You don't need fancy software for this. She just funnels them with these call to action buttons. So this whole section devoted to that, moving people through your funnel. You also want to make sure you have this on your sales or service page. So if someone goes to your services page, you want to make sure you have that available as well, because they have clicked your services, they want to learn more, you guide them to the next step. So another great example of this is Workflows for Tax Pros. I'm actually going to go to their program page, and I have included this many, many times. Automate My Biz. We want to make sure when they have hit on any of these main sections that there is a button available. And then again, down here, we have the main one, which is Enroll Now. So actually, if you click on any of these, they go down to Enroll Now. And so you're going to enroll in their course and get the information you need to take that next step. The fifth and final one is on your contact page, which I'm going to talk more about this in my next video about why I'm not in love with a contact page. But if you are a brick and mortar store, you probably need a contact page. So for those kinds of businesses, we want to include a call to action on your contact page. So let's go over to Loan Ally's contact page. And I love the way hers is set up. So you get there and you have all the calls to action you need. You can do that free consultation if that's what you want. You can get pre-qualified. You can apply. Of course, we need to include that direct call to action. But then, you know, people may just want to ask a question. So she has that available below. And then again, another brick and mortar, my veterinarian client over at Eastside Animal, their contact page. Again, we have a very similar setup. You can schedule an appointment by calling. You can visit them, find that office, and then just in general, if you need to phone in, fax in, or email in, we have all those options available. So yeah, these contact pages can be really, really important and set up optimally set up to get those leads and turn them into customers. So check out my next week's video. We're going to talk about a contact page and why I think there might be a better option, especially for online businesses. But I hope you found this helpful. If you are looking for more, I do have a free video resource, 5 simple website changes to turn visitors into customers. These are packed with a punch and will really make an impact on your website and using it as a funnel itself. So all links will be mentioned on my post. So click that link in the description, head over to that post and get all the stuff you need. So thanks guys. Hope you have a good one.